What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster in Chief. And tonight in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with a mono red Invoke Calamity deck. And of the Invoke cycle, Invoke Calamity is the only one that when you cast it, it gets exiled. So you can't get it back from the graveyard or anything like that. But my thinking was, what if we could discard it and then exile it underneath Arcane Bombardment? That way we can get a free Invoke Calamity every single turn. And that's the whole idea behind the deck. So without further ado, let's jump into tonight's brew. I'm calling it Invoke Bombardment. I'm going to do the usual for you. I'll describe the deck from left to right. I'll explain to you why it is that I picked a card, how it is that it synergizes with the other cards in the deck, what some of the various playlines and interactions might be. Then we're going to jump into some gameplay footage and hopefully illustrate as many of those playlines and interactions for you against some opponents on the Diamond Ladder. And we'll jump back in at the end with my final thoughts, potential upgrades, and overall deck review. Then we start off with a full play set of Play with Fire. I did want a cheap cantrip so that we can, on turn 5, if we've done the thing properly with big score, we can play in Arcane Bombardment and still have one treasure left open to play with fire and proc it straight away. But it's also just nice to have a little bit of burn. You can go face and scry. There's a little bit of a burn sub-theme in the deck with Igneous Inspiration and Play with Fire and Smoldering Egg, which we'll get to. But yeah, that's the reasoning behind Play with Fire. We wanted something cheap and instant speed to trigger Arcane Bombardment the turn it comes into play. Then we've got our 2-drops removals that are both modal. We've got 2 Abrades and 2 Cathartic Pyre. Abrade deals 3 damage to target creature. I wish it was creature or planeswalker, but it also can destroy artifacts, and there's a lot of those running about your Oni cult anvils, that sort of thing. So I've gone with a couple copies of Abrade and a couple copies of Cathartic Pyre, which is also a nice little modal removal spell. 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker in this case, and then you can discard and draw 2. Nice to be able to already start to discard on turn 2 if necessary, because what we're trying to do is to discard Invoke Calamity so that we can have it be in the graveyard for Arcane Bombardment. Then we've got a full playset of the Smoldering Egg / Ashmouth Dragon. Fantastic card in the deck. So one thing to note, any of the free spells that we'll be casting off of Invoke Calamity and off of Arcane Bombardment will not put any Ember counters on the Smoldering Egg, because it requires you to actually spend mana to cast it. But the free spells that we cast from Invoke Calamity and Arcane Bombardment will trigger the Ashmouth Dragon, which says that whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it deals 2 damage to any target. So it doesn't require you to spend mana. And that's insane. Once we start getting the Arcane Bombardment going and we've got an Ashmouth Dragon in the air, it's a lot of damage coming their way. Like potentially 3-4 free spells every turn, plus the Ashmouth swinging in. It's game-ending stuff. Onto the 3-drops, we've got Igneous Inspiration, which I like because it's a nice play after the Smoldering Egg. You can like straight away put 3 Ember counters on it and learn. And we've got a nice little lesson board here. Couple of environmental sciences to go fetch some lands, another way of getting rid of some artifacts, and also potentially just an additional 1 damage to face with start from scratch, some scry and draw, some exile, and a couple of Mascot Exhibitions, which by the way, sometimes I'll go fetch up straight away with Igneous Inspiration, and then on turn 4 I'll discard to big score, and then hopefully we will get a Mascot Exhibition to get under Arcane Bombardment, which I've done a couple of times in testing, and that's really fun. You get to make these bunch of tokens for free every turn. Hell yeah. Then we start with more draw and discard. So you and ramp. Usually we rely only on big score, which is just the new unexpected windfall. But we want to get going as early as possible. So discarding the stuff that we want to end up under Arcane Bombardment, and drawing more cards, maybe potentially drawing into our Arcane Bombardment, as well as ramping into it with the treasures. So just all around fantastic. Turn 3 play that if you don't have the Igneous Inspiration, you can also just do a Seize the Spoils, which again puts counters on the egg and gets you closer to the combo. Then Big score, exactly the same thing. We could have just as well run Unexpected Windfall in this deck because it's mono red, so we're not punished at all for having the 2 red pips. But it's the exact same text box, and I just prefer the art on big score, so we've gone with this one instead. Then we did need a sweeper. Unfortunately, it hits our egg and our dragon, but sometimes it's just necessary. But also, you know, if it's not the type of game where we do need a sweeper, then making the 3 devils is great, and you know, that it'll end up in the yard, and we might get it under on Arcane Bombardment. It's also 5 ember counters on the Smoldering Egg if we just make the devils. There's plenty of reasons why the second option is also really good. This is becoming one of the best sweepers in the format because it deals with Ob Nixilis in one fell swoop. So yeah, really nice. Got for the 3 of Burn Down the House. Then there's a 4 of Invoke Calamity, which again we're trying to get under the Arcane Bombardment. It's the main aim of the deck here, but don't be afraid to also just use them sometimes if you need to get out of a pinch. You can, you know, it's just an amazing card by itself. You can cast a bunch of stuff for free out of your yard and out of your hand, and potentially trigger the Ashmouth Dragon, or just, you know, putting 5 Ember counters on the egg, which will usually flip it by that point. So just all around fantastic. Which brings us to the very top end, where we've got Arcane Bombardment, just the 3 of. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, exile an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard, then copy each card exiled with Arcane Bombardment. You may cast any number of the copies without paying their mana costs. This thing was bonkers. I still think my Grixis one that I put out about 10 days ago or so is like probably the best brew I've made this season. I highly recommend you guys go check that out. I will leave a link in the comments pinned down below the video. Which brings us to the final card in the deck, which is the spicy 2 of. You can do 10 damage to any target. Of course, we'll never be hard casting it. It costs 10 mana to cast, although it could happen. But really, again, it's just another one, another great target to have exiled by Arcane Bombardment. Then you just get 10 damage for free every turn. You'll probably only need one of those turns to end the game. Just do 10 damage to face for free off of the bombardment, plus whatever else you've got exiled under there. Mwah! And that's the deck. We've got just some Crucibles and some Dens in the mana base. Well, let's jump into some games. Been having one of those days, guys. I've tanked my rank. I was on Diamond 3 at one point, almost to Diamond 2, and then I just started testing Jank for tonight. Well, you know, not Jank, just testing brews, a bunch of different brews, and nothing quite was coming together, and I went straight back down to Diamond 4. At one point I lost like 6 or 7 matches in a row. But that's the cool thing about Diamond. It's like, I'm not going to go back down to Plat. Usually I kind of like plateau on Diamond for a little while I test a bunch of different stuff and figure out what the next like really good brew is that I can push into Mythic with, so it's okay. Janky Poo. What's going on, Janky Poop? Okay, I guess we got the big score. Black. Blade. Another field. What an ass. I hate that card so much. If he hits us with another one of those, we're very screwed. We're ready to do things. 6, 7, 6. Oh, we need. At least black has no real enchantment removal. Please don't scoop. Please don't scoop. Up to you. Sure. What do we get? Ooh. Misalaki. Another concealing curtains. I want the exhibition in my yard, so please make me discard it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, we can do this on the opponent's turn now because it's instant speed. Oh yes. Please don't scoop. Please don't scoop. Let me get the swing in. Whatever. He's still trying to win here somehow. Saving yourself 3, you know, whatever. It's a lot of land, man. Insta flip the egg. That's it. A skadoosh, 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 skadoosh. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. So that's what the deck's supposed to do. The only thing was, I imagine Invoke Calamity was under there as well. Of course, black is a great matchup because they don't have enchantment removal, mostly. They got that feed the swarm or whatever, but they would take 6 damage just to get rid of the bombardment. And it's sorcery speed, so... I want to try like a Rakdos. Sorry, Gruul. I want to try Gruul, Invoke Bombardment, Treasures, something, something. Yeah, I'll take the land for sure. Okay, this is gonna be the Obnixilis, I think. There you go. There she is. Sweet art. Oh, you are getting removed, my friend. I'm quite happy about this being able to go for Planeswalkers and that we have the mana to cast it, because this is definitely Obnixilis. Guaranteed. Here comes the Chariot. Fine. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna risk it. Let's see what happens. We don't have anything really that amazing yet in the yard, but... Okay. Still no Nixilis. Oof, we need that burn down the house badly. Wish we had one more mana. Ugh. That's 3, 4, 5, and 9, 10, 11. Oof, we go down to 1. Ah, that's painful. We're so dead if we don't find some way of doing something. Yep, we're probably just dead. Whew. Yeah, we're dead. We are dead. I was so dumb. I should have just waited. I forgot about the underdog. Good game. So dumb. Oh, that was so stupid. Big misplay. I did forget about the tenacious underdog. Sorry guys, that was really terrible. Misplay of the day, courtesy of Lone Fox from the BrewLab. But we live and we learn. That's not a mistake I'm gonna be making again. We could have actually dealt with it. We had that extra Cathartic Pyre instead of doing the draw discard. So stupid. So dumb. Should have waited. Cannot believe I just did that. We probably would have won that. Oh. Terrible, terrible. Gosh, I hate it when I do stuff like that. I beat myself up. Gonna go for a little bit of a shorter video tonight, guys. It's very late. Dougal Hut. That's a sweet hand. Can't remember who this guy was. Oh. Is there anything worse than playing Runes? It just drives me insane. I'm so sick of this deck, it's insane. Hey, oh. You kept a one-lander? Good on you, mate. Fortunately, we may have to burn down our own dude. Yeah. That's enough lands for the rest of the game, thank you. We don't need any more of that. It's probably got some borrowed time or some exile enchantment of some shape. Always, always, they always have it. On it. Oh, 3. Yeah, we can do the thing next turn, so just gotta hope it's not something too stupid. Okay, that's very stupid. Pretty good fetch the haste rune. Put it on to his champion. At least he doesn't have the Showdown of the Skulls rolling. Or any of the guys that put tokens on things. Counters on things. Again, what were the people at What's He Smoking when they came up with this bullshit? I have no idea. It's enough to drive you insane. 3 runes. Sure. Six. Plus 4. Now we have to do this. searching for a cheap cantrip. That'll do it. Yeah, we're looking good. We're very low on health though. There it is. Now we just gotta make sure that whatever he plays, he can't put any counters onto. Perfect. Just perfect. Even the additional mana for an egg. Give me the burn down the house or something good. Can't do that. That sucks. Had nothing in hand to discard. But at least he's got nothing to put counters onto yet, or at least nothing that can attack. We just need a spell next turn. Anything but a land, please, deck. Please listen to me. We've already got 7 lands. We just need any spell. What an ass. I am so sick of this deck. It's insane how over I am playing it. Fortunately for me, we got a nice little exile action, and I will not attack because there could be some haste. Meh. What should be another borrowed time or something? Yes, please. Again, I won't risk it. Please let me beat this ass. And if you've got a borrowed time, use it now on my Ashmouth. Okay. Again, unable to do the thing because it's one of our draw discards and we have nothing to draw and discard. It's quite frustrating. If he's got another Boseiju, I'm going to lose it. Yeah, he's flooding like crazy. So we should have actually kept that in my hand. I was so stupid. Then we could have had something to discard. You have got to be joking, man. What in God's name? Like, I just cannot. Today has been one of those, guys. Like, it's just been terrible. Getting shafted non-stop by the shuffler. Like, And he's got that layer of the Hydra there that he can make into a huge one. He's busy checking now the mana. Here comes the layer. We have to block it. But if I draw a land next turn, I'm gonna lose my mind. Any day now. You got this, buddy. Do we risk it? I think he's trying to... He might have the other channel land, the Agunjo. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's definitely got the Agunjo. Yeah. I knew it. We still lose. Unfortunately, the land is too big. So stupid, this deck, man. It drives me insane. I'm so over it. I wish people would just play anything else. And it's coming back. Like, it's right at, like, it had pewtered off for a while, and now it's, like, right back up there in untapped GG. The play, like, the percentage of, you know, people popularity rate of the day, it's like whew, you come across it way too much on the ladder for my liking. It's so boring. I'd literally almost rather play anything else, like mill, whatever, just anything but Naya runes, please. How are we doing for time? Alright. Probably got a couple more left in me. Let's probably get a freaking win. Maybe if we stop bricking like crazy, just for one moment. Okay, I'm gonna risk it again. It's probably the smartest idea. Nice. Whew. Thank goodness. So Naya is going to be the elite spellbinder. No, we can't play that. I think we just Abrade this guy. Land. Oh my lord. It's either brick or nothing. Insane. Burn on the house is going to be great in this match. Okay. Still no sign of our friend Arcane Bombardment. Now there's just maybe a bit too much stuff in the yard here. You know, you end up randomly exiling something that's not so good, but we do have the Singularity and an Invoke Calamity, so fingers crossed. Oof, this burn down is going to be so tasty. There it is. Perfect. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need one more land and we can do the thing next turn. Nice. This deck is fun. Like, it looks really fun. It's just my type of thing. But unfortunately, it's just a bit rubbish. What do we get? Yes! Yes, baby, yes! Sure. Just in case there's something with haste that I'm not aware of. But I think we're good. So, we've got it. We've done it. This is the thing. Now, this colors play lots of artifact removal. You could have a Boseiju easily in hand. Jetmir. That's pretty sizey Jetmir. We get this time. Ooh. Oh, let's seize the spoils. Put you away. And boop. 3 plus 3 gets rid of Jetmir. We're doing it. We're doing it, guys. As you can see, no Ember counters on the egg, unfortunately. That's an insta-flip egg coming next. Ooh. Always wondered about this. It's very clever. So he gets the free... Is it a Jetmir? Okay. How come his have menace? Is that how the card is worded? Okay, that's genius. Oof. 3, 6, 9. And then you can sack something else for another 3. That's okay. Oof, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. I need to do that. That's very clever. 3 treasures as see it, Tora. Nice. What have you got for 3 mana? At instant speed, because it's now your very, very end step. Ooh. And it's game. We got him. Please don't concede now. Okay. What an ass. Oh. Again, 10 damage to face. We exiled the Explosive Singularity, baby. Alright, guys, I think we're going to leave it at that. It can't get any better than that. We did everything that I'm supposed to do. We managed to get the Explosive Singularity and the Invoke Calamity under the bombardment, and that is just mwah, mwah, mwah. And anyway, we've after all reached the 41-minute mark, so we probably wouldn't have had time for another match anyway. So let's jump back into the deck with my final thoughts. Some things I noticed along the way that, you know, there's probably no way around, but just worth mentioning. The cards that you get to cast for free off of the Invoke Calamity that has been put under the bombardment do end up being exiled. So they are now no longer there to be potentially put under bombardment. So just if there's something in your graveyard that you didn't randomly get to exile with Arcane Bombardment that turn, but you still want to chance it happening the following turn, then perhaps don't cast them for free with your Invoke Calamity, because they're going to get exiled and then there's no chance of that happening. Other than that, really, really nice. Stinky freaking Naya runes there, just shafting us, unfortunately, but we got a couple of really good wins in, so I'm a very happy Lone Fox, and I'm going to leave it at that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all tomorrow with some fresh brews, and until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.